Oh my God. Okay, this one really wants it. This is going to be a pretty big fish. Oh my God, this is going to be a C2 super freak. And he's slowly coming in. The setup is completely at its limit. The drag has already been burning. So he's making himself nice and heavy, and he's going to have a nice big weight. But I don't think he's really huge yet. And 27 kilograms, C2 super freak. Everything you need to know about how I caught this fish, at which spot, with which ground bait, and with which baits. I'll show you now in this video. We just had a weather change here at Copper Lake. It's gotten warm and the fish are still biting. Yes, and there's a very simple reason for that. Because I've been fishing in relatively deep areas right from the start. And that's why it's still working out really well here at the spot that has been working very, very well for over a week now. And just a moment ago, this spot also delivered some nice koi carp. We'll take another look at the keep net in a moment, and you'll notice there's a difference between the fish caught now and what was in there before. So I'm curious to see what's going to come in next. Here we now have the first slightly bigger fish. I actually just had one a moment ago too. And here comes the next one. C2 Super Freak. Really, really nice. I've been looking for this one for a long time and haven't had one like this in quite a while either. The C2 Super Freak, a bit bigger. Look at that. He really wants it here. That's exactly how it should be. He pulls off a bit more and goes back into the drag again. And my drag is already set to 29, so I'm basically already at the limit. Now we slowly walk backward with him so he can't turn around anymore. I'm pulling him directly toward the bank now. There, and now he's lying there. Still have to be careful that we actually land him. 15 kilograms, 15.2 kilograms, really nice. C2 Super Freak, that is really, really nice. Haven't had one this big in a long time. Yes, so straight back out again here at the same spot, or almost the same spot as the last few days. So the spot here is 4747 or 4748. That's the spot that's been working for a long time. And it was also still working a little while ago. Here you can see a bit of a difference. I had to take a short break in between. So here we still had normal water temperatures with all the koi carp with the orangey ogon. So that was the spot that has been working really well here for over a week now, and where an insane number of trophies have been caught. And the whole thing was set to a 17-meter line clip here. And now, of course, because of the temperature change, we now have warmer water temperatures. I've gone deeper, so I cast farther out from the 17-meter line clip to 25 meters. And that means we naturally have noticeably cooler water in these deeper holes. And I also cast right back out, straight into the line clip. In addition, I'm currently using a ground bait that's a little different from the usual one, but it actually seems to be working. By the way, I've used this ground bait before as well. Of course, we'll take another look at it in a moment. Yes, now the big question for me is, of course, is it worth it? The first fish here, right after the temperature change, the F1 common carp, is already in there, and now already twice here, the C2 Super Freak. And I'm curious to see what else is going to come in here. So in terms of the spot, as I already said, on the coordinates 4747 or 4748 here in this region. But don't cast out to 17 meters. This here is roughly the 17-meter area. Instead, cast out to 25 meters. And then I also turned a bit farther to the left, more toward this light colored tree here, so that I have a better target again, and of course land more in this area here. So exactly here in this deep spot, that's where I want to be. Because since the water temperature changed here, we also have changes in these active zones. So where are the fish active right now? At normal water temperatures, we have a normal distribution of spots across the different depth levels. And at cold water temperatures, this normal distribution shifts upward and becomes concentrated more in these upper areas. Then the lower areas are, so to speak, empty during cold water temperatures, and we only have active spots in the upper areas. And at warm water temperatures, it's now exactly the opposite. So now we have the active areas more in the lower regions, and there's less going on near the surface in the shallower areas. The active spots are now deeper down, and accordingly, we naturally look on the map for areas that are especially deep. Starting from this 2.40 meters here, this deeper area. So everything that's colored a bit darker here, that should already work pretty well. Also, these classic deeper spots here should already work really well. Here in the front, however, in the lighter area, where it's only about 1 meter deep, 50 centimeters deep, maybe around 2 meters, that could already become difficult. So right now, with these warm water temperatures, I'm definitely going noticeably deeper and testing what still works here. By the way, the setup is built exactly the same way as the setup I already used for the koi carp, namely here with salmon size 18, once as pellets, and krill boilies also in size 18. The noticeably bigger boilies and pellets naturally mean that bigger fish come in as well. If you want a higher bite frequency, you simply take size 14 or 15 boilies and pellets. Then you'll naturally have a noticeably higher frequency. You can also add some variation with the dip. I equipped one rod with krill and the other one with salmon. Yes, and as for the ground bait, this time I used a ground bait that was actually intended for buffalo fish. I just still had it lying around. Buffalo fish ground bait with krill and salmon. And maybe that's actually not such a bad choice for the koi carp either. At least for the C2 super freaks, it's working out quite well. But as we could already see in the keep net, the koi carp reacted to it too. This whole mix here has sunflower seeds as its base. Then there's dried krill in it, crushed salmon boilies, crushed krill boilies as well, and then there's also krill feed pellets in size 12 in there. And the whole thing is pushed even more toward krill. So this is a feed mix that is already heavily focused on krill, and accordingly I've now equipped 2 rods with the krill dip and only 1 rod with the salmon dip. Yes, and as I already said, because of the big boilies, there's naturally no insanely high bite frequency right now. Still, you first have to test whether this keeps running steadily, what the overall frequency is like, and of course, how the fish's preferences change over time under the different weather conditions, from rainy weather all the way through to cloudy weather. I'm gonna stay here now, kind of half AFK, and test the whole thing over a longer period to see what else comes in here. So, off to Copper Lake. Even though the water temperatures have changed, you still keep finding spots that become active again from time to time. Feel free to test the old baits again. Maybe the fish's preferences haven't changed at all. So keep testing with krill and salmon, or even lemon, and just see which fish react to these baits now. Of course, you should do this where the water is a bit colder, so in the deeper regions at the deeper spots. Just test whether they're currently working and whether the fish are in the mood for those baits. That's it for Copper Lake. If you enjoyed it, leave a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and we'll see each other in the next video. Until then, tight lines.